Hey guys, welcome back to Healing Intuition. I think I'm actually gonna change the channel name to my business name, Apothecary. But we'll see. We'll see. We're slowly rebranding, slowly just following my intuition, taking one step at a time, folks. Anyways, thank you all for being here. Let's check these Tuesday vibes. Let's check these Tuesday vibes. Well, it's Tuesday where I am, whatever day this pops up for you. Good morning, Kirby. Yeah, whatever day this pops up for you, then these are the vibes for you that day. But for me, it's Tuesday, and we're going to check current energy, okay? To see kind of what's going on with you, what's going on within, without, as above and so below. My friends. My trends. Michael, when he was still working on his speech and stuff, he would call friends trends. They're his trends. So, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome. Let's check the Tuesday vibes, shall we? Let's see what we got. Tap in there, do a little prayer, you know. Gotta make sure we're connecting to the source, right? The creator. This came up the other day. It's the pedestal. For some reason, I want to put her back and see if she comes out again. I don't know why, but I do. Usually, I just take it, but that might be significant. That might be significant here, okay? I feel like it is. I feel like somebody maybe had you on a pedestal or something and kind of turned their back or looked away or something. And it was like this energy of, I'm going to let it go. And if she comes back, then, or if this, you know, reappears, then it's mine, right? It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Somebody thinks that you're theirs here, okay? Somebody is thinking that you're theirs. There's some type of controlling energy here, okay? It might be somebody who, there's somebody deep in their feels about this here. Okay, they might have some addictions, and I'm not talking about like heavy addictions. It doesn't feel like anything super heavy. I just mean like this person might drink a lot of coffee, or they might, you know, smoke a lot of tree, or they might, you know, maybe it doesn't have to necessarily be addiction, but I feel like they're overindulging in something here. We've got the overindulgence, the water card, and then the caffeine card, okay? These two are definitely addiction cards, okay? Or obsessive or overindulgence, or somebody could be overindulging in thoughts about you, right? With this water and their feelings about you. Somebody could be in their feelings about you here, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we got the air card. This makes me feel like this is you here, okay? We've got that attitude card again. All right, look at you just flowing. I feel like you're flowing. So as far as you go, collective, today on these Tuesday vibes, it's going to be a flowy day. Okay, it is going to be a flowy day. All right, just stay in the flow. But I feel like you're not going to have any issues with that. All right, it just feels like everything is just going to flow really nice for you. I'm hearing from here on out. So, you know, maybe just keep your vibes high, right? Remain in those high vibing energies. I don't know why I just reshuffled the same deck, but we've got the blue fairy underneath that and the bubble rider here. This blue fairy looks mischievous. Looks mischievous. And this card reminds me of I always think of the monkeys, the flying monkeys on the Wizard of Oz. Seems sneaky to me. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. This is going to be probably a pretty quick one this morning. Also, I want to say the pick a card I did yesterday, the energy was so like meh. Like, I don't know. After I recorded, I was like, I don't even feel like I was my like bubbly self. You know what I mean? I just felt like I was very monotone and very, I don't know. It was just that energy I was picking up because, you know, I tap into the energy, and that's how it, you know, how it comes off or whatever. But I'm not going to take these because they landed on the floor. But yeah, that was the World card and the Ten of Cups. I don't want to say somebody's happiness is ending. The Justice at the bottom, Death card in reverse here. This makes me feel like it's like you were going through a death and a rebirth here, and it makes me feel like, you know, you're kind of stepping out of that time, okay? With the Justice at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you've made a decision. You've made a decision to protect this rebirth, to protect your healing, your who you are now, right? It's like a respect for yourself. Like I'm hearing like a sudden respect for yourself, or more respect for yourself. It's not that you never had respect for yourself, but you never, maybe you never really forced others to respect you the way that they should here. For some of you, it's a female that's in this energy. Okay, with the Devil card, again, this person is very, very, hey, Kenya, this person is like, we've got all of the obsessive, crazy ass energy type of cards here. This person is obsessing over something, over you, over what's going on in your life, over the fact that you're moving forward here, okay? Even if it's slow movement, the fact that you have made steady progress, right? With this Knight of Pentacles here, and it's been a bumpy road, but the thing is you've still secured it. There's something about you has still secured it, even through the bumps, right? And it looks like, honestly, it looks like she's about to get up. You know what I mean? Like her, oh wait, no, her feet are in there. But that's significant. There's something about getting back up, standing back up. Maybe you've been through a lot here recently, collective, and people didn't think you would stand back up from this, right? And you did. You are. And there is someone in particular, or there are or like people that are like feeling obsessively crazy about this, okay? Because look, you're pouring into your own cup here with the Queen of Cups, and you've got plenty to pour into others. You know what I mean? Curvy, yeah. It does kind of feel like that type of energy, I'll be honest with you. It feels close to home, I should say. So whether this person actually lives close to home, but it feels like like they don't have to live close to home. You know what I mean? It just could be metaphorical here. Yeah, I cut the deck of the Divine Feminine. Yeah, this is an energy that nobody wanted you to be in. And why do I keep picking up on these energies? Because y'all know I don't like talking about karmic energy like this. You know I don't. I like shut it down. I'm like, no, I'm not talking to you. But it just keeps coming through real big. But here's the thing: is okay. So the devil doesn't fuck with you unless if you're doing the right thing, or unless if you have something big on your life, right? So I think that's significant. I think some of you don't understand how significant you are, or what, you know what I mean? How precious your energy is, or how special that you are, okay? Or maybe you don't understand how big your purpose is, or how big your anointing is, how important it is that you went through this death and this rebirth, and now that it's over, now that you've made it through, you've got some people that are stressing. They're stressing. They're turning to outside things in order to control the thoughts, in order to control, because if they said anything to you, if they, you know what I mean, if they did anything in order to prevent this from happening, all of this is going back to them, especially now that you've made it out, right? Because I'm really being, it's like you have like risen, you know what I mean? Like it's like you were crucified, and now you have risen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people didn't think that you were going to rise. People didn't think that you were going to walk back out of that tomb. You know what I mean? They didn't think that you were going to do that. They didn't see it coming. They thought for sure they had whatever they were doing in the bag. They thought, right? They thought. I want to get some more on this. The Beatles came out, and maybe four people in particular that are kind of going through this. I feel like maybe like an aunt, or some cousins, or some, could be a parent. These same cards keep coming out. It's because that energy is all around you. It's all around you. But let's talk about how, rites of passage here. Yeah, these people were trying to fight to the death. They never wanted you to step back up, right? You stepped into this, this death, right? And they never wanted you to come back out as, rebirth, reborn, new again, revived. You know what I mean? But you handled it like a champ. You know what I mean? I feel like you, because I'm really drawn to this thing on training day where it says surgical with this. Like, I feel like you were very strategic with this, with it. You've been very strategic. And there's a lot of dark here. Like, I'm like look at these cards. They're kind of dark. They're all dark. I'm really drawn to that. And up against these cards behind it that are real light, it's like your light is shining so bright that it's bringing out the darkness in others. Yeah. All right, let's move on from what these people wanted, because they wanted you to be sad, they wanted you to be in lack, they wanted you, you know what I mean? They wanted you to settle, okay? Because the death and the rebirth is not an easy thing, right? And chances are they had an opportunity. Good morning, Maggie. They had an opportunity to do the same, but they couldn't handle it. They couldn't do it. But you are doing it. You did it, right? With the poetic justice here. It's like you didn't stop. You know what I mean? Like, the best revenge is success. The best revenge is success, right? We don't want to get revenge. That's not up to us. That's not our responsibility. It's not our responsibility to serve karma or anything. But it is our responsibility to move towards success and to move towards growth and to move towards purpose. And you weren't going to stop until you reached it. But there may have been a time where God had you down, had you quiet, had you, still, stagnant. Okay, so these people thought they were winning. They thought they were winning. They're silly. They're silly. You know what I'm saying? They're just silly. These people are cold-blooded. Look, that Jaws card came out again. It was out yesterday. I'm telling you, it's the same energy sticking around. It's still in your energy field here. Okay. All right. Let's talk about what's going on with the collective, though. We don't really give a fuck about what these people are going through. It just thank you for confirming that people are a hot mess right now, because we have successfully risen. That's what it is. We have successfully risen, and people are feeling the wrath. Feeling the wrath. Yes. Yes. Shout out to Beyonce, sort of. The music industry is not of the light always. So, not a huge fan of the Illuminati, but that's just me. We won't dive into that because that is just a physical manifestation of the spiritual war that is going on. Okay? Yeah, so I said, let's go. What's going on with the collective? And we got the wheel. We got the wheel. Okay, represented by the octopus, which is super fucking intelligent. Also, it looks like that octopus has a third eye right there. Your third eye is being activated. Whether it was activated before or not, it's leveling up in a way. Okay, you might be feeling some pains right here. You might want to spend some time. It's not sunny where I am today, but if you can, what I like to do is lay in the sun, but close my eyes and allow the sun to really, I set the intention for the sun to really kind of focus on my third eye. And you know what's really cool? So then I start seeing a bunch of stuff in my third eye and all this different stuff. But then when I open my eyes, I can see all of the it's like little pieces of energy, like all of the molecules, all of the atoms. I can see them floating around. It's like I can see the energy, like literally. It's like, does anybody else understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like I look up and it looks like little tiny bugs, but it's the energy, it's the atoms, it's the molecules, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the right words. I'm not a scientist, but I'm just saying, try it out sometime. It's pretty fucking cool. Yeah. Again, look, we got the Knight of Wands. Y'all are getting up. You're getting up. Can't keep me down. Some of you, you've been feeling guided to take some action, but maybe you just haven't. Maybe you're nervous about it. Maybe you are unsure. You don't know if you're going to feel supported. You are supported. Even if you're not supported by any physical human being, you are supported by God and the universe here, okay? So you definitely need to take some action. It's time to move, okay? We're stepping out of that Knight of Pentacles, slow-moving action, and it's time to move forward at a more rapid pace here, okay? You've been thinking about it. You know, you've been going within, you've been healing, you've been gaining that wisdom, you've been accessing it. And now it's time to take those thoughts and put them to action here, okay? If you've been feeling like that energy or that motivation or that drive is not there, this is coming in for you, okay? I'm hearing probably around the new moon, which is the 19th, in just 3 short days, okay? You might really start feeling motivated. A lot of you will probably feel motivated to be like really cleansing your space, your house, your car, and typically that the new moon is a good time to do that, right? Clean out all the old energies to allow the new come in, okay? But this new moon, you may really be feeling like, you may find yourself one day just like dusting your ceilings and just really diving into it, okay? Scrubbing your baseboards, doing all the stuff, okay? Yeah, whatever you have put a lot of endurance into, you've invested a lot of time into, there's been a lot of determination into, you are about to be extremely pleased with the results that are coming through to you, given that you get back up and you take more action towards it, right? Do not give up on whatever this is. Don't start something new. That's self-sabotage. Yeah, you've got some good news coming towards you. Something real exciting. Some of you are about to be discovered by somebody else here. Yeah, whatever this is, there's a lot of potential with it, okay? I feel like for some of you, it definitely has to do with your spiritual gifts or something along those lines. Because we've got the shaman out here, divine wisdom, spiritual power. Yeah, it's like you've accessed this wisdom, this spiritual, you know what I mean? It's like you've stepped into a new energy of being, the shaman, of having that spiritual power, of having that divine wisdom. You've accessed it, right? You have the keys, you've unlocked that, okay? This is a new beginning for you with the fool, or this is called the traveler. Some of you guys, this might involve traveling. Some of you, if you've been feeling guided to go traveling, but you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do that, you are supported. Take the leap here, okay? Yeah. Some of you, there really might be some serious traveling going on that you never thought, that, you know what I mean? You never, ever expected it here, okay? I cut the deck at the transformation card. The Phoenix rising. Rising. Okay? But yeah, all that Illuminati stuff, you don't have to pay attention to it. It's just a manifestation of the spiritual warfare. It's a distraction. It's to keep you stuck. It's to keep you scared. It's to keep you stagnant. What you need to focus on is what you're building, right? Because what do you want in your reality? What do you want in this new world, in that reality? Because we are shifting. We are shifting very quickly, all of us. The more that and it came out, folks. And all the while this was all happening, you were still grateful. And that's what makes you so special. That's what makes you so special, is even though shit was hitting the fan and it seemed like it sucked and you felt alone and that there, nothing was changing and all these things, right? Nothing was changing in the physical world and, all this stuff. You still remained grateful. Because you have this awareness that gratitude is, that is what really brings in more. by being grateful for what you have, right? If you are grateful for what you have, then you are not sending out any type of energy of lack, of needing, of not having. And that just turns you into a magnet, right? Because God's like, oh my gosh, like I just gave them the bare minimum right now, and look how grateful they are. We better load this person up so they can show other people, you know? So they can show other people. There's something about your story that's very significant, collective. All right, we're gonna do maybe like a couple more decks and then we will finish this up. You're welcome. Okay. Here's the thing. So you had to go through this. Here's why. Here's why. You, it's so you could show up like this. Now, but also like this. It's like you have balanced, you had to balance the masculine, the feminine, the light and the dark, the shadow, you know, the ego and the soul, you know what I mean? You had to bring balance into that. But you also had to, it's this energy of, because I feel like as empaths, most of us are very too kind and too giving and too generous. And we give too many chances, and we allow people to treat us right because we understand from a deeper level, right? I understand that you're treating me this way because somebody treated you this way when you were a child. I get that. I understand. And I'm sorry that that happened to you. But you had to activate something in your throat chakra here in order for you to go through this transformation completely, because because you need to stand up for yourself, not in a way that is disrespectful. We don't need to be cussing people out and, you know, throwing bows and all that shit, right? You know, but in a way where we're stepping into a time where shit's hitting the fan, folks. People are questioning themselves, they're questioning people around them, they're questioning their beliefs, they're questioning the government, they're questioning everything. Okay? And because you have met yourself so deeply, and most of the world has not met themselves nearly as deeply, there will be criticism. There will be judgment. There will be coming towards you. Understand that you are protected, but you have got to know how to speak up for yourself. You have got to know how to not let these people get under your skin. You have got to know how to not let these people trigger you. You have got to be so confident in who you are, your gifts, and your beliefs, right? They're no longer beliefs. They are a knowing. They are a knowing. That was what was important. No more questioning yourself. No more doubting yourself, because there's no room for that. There's no room. Hey, Susan. So happy to see you. You know what I mean? Now you can, here's the thing is, you show up to the world like this. Free. Loving. Such a bright light. Kindness. Gentleness. You know what I'm saying? And there are going to be some people that have no idea that you have this in you, and that are going to come towards you. But you've got it in you, right? Because that's your shadow side. You didn't want to get rid of the shadow. You wanted to gain control of the shadow. If there's light, there has to be dark. There has to be a balance. And that is what you've been going through, is balancing these and gaining control of this. Not to get rid of it because you're going to need it, but to know how to use it appropriately. Authenticity at the bottom of the deck, truth underneath that. You have been taught how to stand in your authentic truth without fearing judgment of others, without wavering, without people pleasing, without, you know what I mean? Understanding that just because you believe something different than I believe, that doesn't make you wrong and it doesn't make me wrong, and we can still be cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to change my truth for anybody, because my truth is mine. And I have gained this truth and this authenticity through lots of trials and tribulations, and and nobody is going to take that from me. Here, Molly. And that's right. You may be going through this process and right now, and you're understanding, and that's what it's important that you know that this is why, because there in your future you are going to be challenged. Okay, we are in a time where it's just, that's just the reality of it. You're going to be challenged, and you've got to know how it's like you got to figure out your verbiage. You got to you know, really kind of feel comfortable in saying, I am yet I know that and you can't tell me any different, or you will respect me, right? You know, just things like that. Like for me, I'm still figuring out what exactly I want to call myself. Am I a psychic? Am I a mystic? Am I an oracle? Am I, because I am a lot of things. I you know what I mean? I'm a healer, I'm a medium, I am a psychic, I am, you know, all these things. And so I'm still trying to figure out what it is that I want to call myself, because I also, not to play myself down or to play light for anyone, but I also want to make sure that I'm choosing the right terms so that I am not triggering anyone, so that they can still see the light, so they can still understand that my gifts are God-given. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes, many hats. And so it's like I'm trying to, you know, this Four of Wands just keeps wanting to come out, y'all. There is something. 1111, you know what I mean? Like there is something here. Woo, woo. We got the Emperor, the good one. These are final messages. Yeah, some of you are still healing here with that Nine of Wands, and that's perfectly perfect. You're exactly where you need to be, okay? Don't feel rushed. Don't feel, you know, like you're in the wrong spot. Don't feel like you're behind, because you're on the bus, you're on the train, you're on the ascension path, okay? You're right where you need to be. I feel like I need to tell some of you, don't compare yourself to other people, because that's not fair to you. you're just creating a blockage, because you are exactly where you're meant to be. If you're meant to be anywhere else on this journey, you'd be there. Okay? Even with these ass hats that were trying to hold you back, that actually helped you. And you should probably be no. I don't want to tell you you should be, because that's not up to me. I feel grateful to people that did that to me, because it gave me more time to rest. It gave me more time to develop, to gain that wisdom, to really dive in and to do the healing. Right? They thought they were hurting me, but in turn, I used them as a footstool, and I took that time and I used it wisely. So I am grateful to these people. But yeah, some of you are feeling like behind or something, and you are not. No, no, no. Yeah, you played your pieces right. I heard checkmate. Game's over. Checkmate. There's something significant about somebody getting rid of their queen. They got rid of their queen, and that's where they went wrong. So I don't know. They didn't protect their queen, right? They didn't necessarily get rid of their queen on their own, but they didn't protect their queen, and that's where they went wrong. Four of Wands with the Emperor. Shoo-wee. The word home is coming to mind. It just feels like you are building a safe space for yourself and your family, if you have a family, or your kids or whatever. That's what it feels like. It feels like you have stepped into this energy, or you are stepping into this energy where you're creating a safe environment for others to grow. It's like you're holding space. You know what I'm saying? Like there's only two people there. They need that big old house, but it's like you're holding space for others to do the same, to reach the castle or something. I don't know. But it's very significant here. The Ace of Cups I cut there, and the Two of Cups. Oh, this Emperor might also be coming towards you with an offer here, okay? Ooh, I'm not gonna take those. I'm not gonna take those. Okay, let's get final messages here. This King of Swords is sitting here, and it's like I don't want to touch on him. There's something significant about this energy. He came out with the Nine of Wands. All right, so this King of Swords may be somebody that you have had to heal from. Okay, this is somebody who's not emotional, right? They maybe were not nurturing. It could have been a father figure. It could have been an ex-husband or a previous relationship. It could also be a female and a male. If you know who it is, but it's like I don't really want to talk about this guy for some reason. So that might be significant. Like it's like this guy is irrelevant. There's something significant about that. That he's here, but he's irrelevant because you're healing from, or you have healed from this person, okay? I'm very surprised that they came out in the upright. I'll be honest with you. Just the simple fact that I just don't want to address this person at all. Does not have to be an air sign, but it could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Excuse me. All right, final messages. How do these always last so long? It's like time flies for me. I'm like, dang, we're at 40 minutes already? Holy shoot. Fear not, my friends. Fear not. We got the Wheel of Fortune again. We got the Six of Wands here, okay? You are in control. You are in control. Do you understand that? Do you know that? Right? You are leading the way. See how she's holding the flower? So she could take that flower and turn it left and it'll take her left. Or, you know what I mean? But where you're going, I'm really reminded of how quickly hummingbirds fly. It's going to happen fast here. Wherever you're going, you're getting there fast. Okay? You are. Things are shifting. Things are changing. There's something significant. I've never noticed her holding this clock right here, this little watch. I've never noticed that. It's time. It's time for something. It's time for these gears to start moving. So I believe that, you know, things are going to slowly start moving for you. So if you are feeling that flow today, stay in that flow, stay high vibing. Yeah, there are people watching you. For sure. And they are not liking it. They are not liking it. Here's the thing, is had these people, you know what I mean? Like these people betrayed you, whoever they were. And the thing is, you are always going to be successful. What's meant for you is always going to be yours. Nobody can stop that. Nobody can play God. And if they feel like they can, then they clearly have no relationship with God at all. Okay? What's that, Lil Wayne? Fear God, never fear man. Is that what he says? That's right. Not that you should be afraid of God, because unconditional love and things of that nature. But and if you move right, then you move right. You know what I mean? But never fear man, right? And that kind of correlates with you know, we're told a lot of things by humans, okay? But if you feel that something resonates with you, or that you have communicated, or God has told you something different than what everyone else believes, you have to follow your heart. You have to trust that. Oh, you're in South Africa? So that's 4:30 p.m., is that correct? And you're very welcome. Yeah. And I just want to also remind you, right now is an important time. Do not deny yourself, God, the universe, how you've gotten where, not that you would, but it's important. I feel, you know, just a reminder, never deny how you got where you got and how you're going to get where you're going. Because it feels like there is a rapid pace change coming towards you. Okay? But yeah, there, you know, my grandmother, she is a very Christian woman, and we have very different beliefs. Now, I believe that there's validity to all religions. I believe that it's all bits and pieces of the truth, right? But as a spiritual person, I just connect with God and have conversations with God directly. I don't rely on what humans have wrote in a book. Now, I do research, I study, I do all those things, yes. But I'm not going to agree with everything that I read if it doesn't resonate. And there was one day she and I were having a conversation, and she just kept saying, but the Bible says, but the Bible says, but my heart tells me that that's not right. That's not right to me. Grandma, I love you. But I communicate with God directly. Fear God, never fear man. Listen to God, never listen to man. I don't care if man said he heard it from God himself. If you didn't hear that straight from God yourself, if you don't feel like that resonates, then you don't have to believe it. Okay? I just think that some people may be stuck in this chokehold, in this fear of really expressing themselves and their beliefs and their knowing, because everyone else around them is listening to the humans. But you're listening to the Creator. Do not doubt that. Do not doubt your relationship with God, and do not doubt your connection and the communication that you two share. Well, really, it's not two. You are an extension of, right? That's why I know I can listen to my heart, because I'm an extension of. I am not separate from. Neither are you. Nobody is. We are not separate from. We are an extension of. And that understanding alone creates a whole line of communication. Woo. Folks, what a good Tuesday morning message. Don't worry about these fools that are all obsessive over where you're going and where you're headed, okay? Oh, I'm so glad too. The algorithm said, hey, here she is. She's back and alive and well. I missed you guys. I really did, and it feels good to be back. I needed to do stuff for me, but I also think that I was being hidden in a way for a little bit for my protection. Okay? Yeah. Unity consciousness. Once you are at the level of consciousness and understanding that we are unity consciousness, you move way different. Way different. You understand, you observe, you're aware, way different. It's like you can look at everything that happens in your life and ask yourself, do I like what is reflecting towards me right now? Because this is a reflection of my internal world. If I don't like it, why is this happening? Why am I being triggered? What needs healed? And if I do like it, how can I get more of it? How can I feed this energy to grow this, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, I think there's a multitude of reasons why I had to take some time away. But a big one was for my protection. So, and I'm always protected, but, if you got a big purpose on your life, the devil's gonna be chasing you. That's just how it goes. And sometimes God will hide you because there's growing that you need to do. And if you can't, if you're being attacked, it's harder, right? It's not as easy. And so sometimes the Creator, God, will hide you. So that way, these energies will think that they've won. They may leave you alone for a little bit, right? Meanwhile, you're healing, right? They have no idea. They have no idea. So if you're ever being hidden, if you're ever feeling like you're being hidden by source, right? It is for your best good. It is for your protection. So anyways, guys, I love you so much. If you want a personal reading, that is in the description box. That information is in the description box. I think April, I might be raising my prices a little bit. So if you want to get one in before the prices get raised, it's not going to be a huge raise, just a little tiny bit. Understanding my value and my worth. We're working on that. Okay. As we all do. But yeah, so that information is in the description box below. I love you all so much. I hope that you have the best Tuesday and stay in the flow, okay? This is going to be a flowy day for you. Stay high vibing, enjoy it, okay? And I love you. I'll talk to you soon.